Hey everyone! In my opinion, the most interesting stuff is hidden in the screenshots from Rockstar. Everyone already broke down the trailer and the website info, but the real juicy and secret things are in the screenshots. Today, you'll see dozens of little details you probably never imagined, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now is the perfect time. Let's begin. Did you know there might be more than one state in the game? Yes, we see the beauty of Leonida, but if you look closely at some license plates, they belong to the state of Gloriana. Do you think they'll let us visit another state too? This is something totally new for Rockstar, not Liberty City or even Los Santos. Maybe it's a new location for GTA 7. In this screenshot, we see a gang of poachers heading into the swamps to kill a bunch of alligators. I wonder if they'll have special missions because in this game, poachers seem to be their own group. I think they'll be like the altruist cult from GTA 5, hiding some really dark stuff like dumping bodies in the swamps. We even see a swamp chase with a boat, a car, and a police helicopter. Looks like a mission, maybe like those stranger quests from Red Dead Redemption 2. The character isn't clear, but it looks like Jason. Gellhorn Port is a dark location. We see a train here, probably a way to travel around the city, cheap motels, strip clubs, and lots of trucker stops, also lots of biker bars. In one screenshot, we can even see a prostitute in GTA 6 walking up to a car. There's also a strange-looking dog, a big motel sign, broken roads, and a place seen in the old leaked GTA 6 footage, where Jason was taking a mission near a pool. Here's a shot of a nightclub in that shady area. We see new homeless crackheads pushing giant trash carts, and someone just got thrown out of the club by a bouncer. The whole area reminds me of Trevor's neighborhood in Grand Theft Auto 5. Here we see Cal, a new character who might be the replacement for Lester in GTA 5. He's into conspiracy theories, and his shirt hints at new alien secrets in GTA. Also, this is the first screenshot showing a new minigame, Golf, and instead of Mount Chiliad, we now have Mount Calaga. It's a national park where it's dangerous to leave the trail. On a postcard we see hikers, animals, and a stream where people go kayaking. There's even a shot with a man kayaking while a train passes above him. Speaking of danger, I'll show you more later, but here's a special flood level post which helps measure how bad the water flow is. As we said in this video breakdown of 50 trailer details, the game will have storms and flooding tied to Leonida's weather. The man even wears a life vest, but the biggest danger? Wild animals. There's a screenshot of a mountain lion hunting. And yes, it will probably hunt us too. The mud details look amazing. I already want to roll in it. And about the lions, we also see hunters that might go after them. In one shot, they've hunted a deer. Now for something fun, this screenshot is packed with details. First, basketball. There were rumors about 3-on-3 basketball and this might confirm it. On the other side of the image, we see someone getting arrested and trying to run. There's also a red helicopter, probably a rescue or fire chopper. That's a new feature too. Yes, fishing is confirmed, and it looks like you can fish from your own yacht. Sugar Daddy confirmed. He's kissing a younger girl, and behind them, a guy who looks like Jason is taking a pee. This whole place is a crab festival, probably an event where all these people gather. Another shot shows different kinds of NPCs. Someone rides a scooter from Walmart, someone else bikes with a dog, and tourists are climbing on a whale statue to take selfies. All of this shows how detailed the game is. Even RDR 2 feels simple compared to GTA 6. Also, it looks like Jason will wear a bulletproof vest over his clothes, adds realism. This is also the first time we see heavy traffic, and that's something Rockstar recently patented, realistic traffic jams. Along the road, there are political signs for local elections, and of course, we see a biker gang called The Last Chapter. Another screenshot shows someone with AirPods. Seems like we can listen to music anytime, even while working out. We talked about this in a previous video. Check it out if you missed it. Vice City will have drawbridges. And underwater, we already see at least 3 types of sea creatures. Did you notice the windows from Tommy's room in the original Vice City? It's the same place, now shown in the game art. Also, accessories in GTA 6 seem to have multiple uses. In this screenshot, Jason hangs his sunglasses on his shirt, but in the trailer he's wearing them. Looks like we can decide how to wear them. He also has a cool shirt with Vice City on it. Another minigame or mission type is cargo bike racing. We saw something like this in old Vice City, but now it's on another level. You can race with bikes or ATVs, helmets are probably required, and yes, lots of mud. In the first trailer, we saw news footage of street races blocking traffic. This screenshot shows the same helicopter. Maybe it films these events for the news. We might even see news reports of our crimes from this chopper. This beautiful shot shows the wild nature of Leonida. But look closely, NPCs are breaking traffic rules. A biker gang is driving into the wrong lane, putting lives at risk. Back to Gellhorn Port from earlier, the place with the motel. Looks like prostitutes in this game might also sell illegal stuff. We even see the people who are supplying it. Maybe these guys are rivals to Jason and Brian. This legendary sign will be near the Vice City airport, replacing the old one from the original game. Another shot shows license plates from a new state we haven't seen in GTA before. We also see lowriders, local bikers, and a dog sitting with a homeless guy. An ironic Rockstar-style shirt says, "Violence is cool, thanks to video games." We also see guys leaving Brian's boat station with big bags. Maybe they just finished a big deal. Next, we see more water activities and the rescue service with their vehicles. Also, lots of weird NPCs doing crazy stuff, like judging someone's butt or playing beach games. And finally, just take a look at the beauty and size of the new Vice City. It's scary to think how many hours we'll spend exploring this city and everything around it. Sometime after the release of the GTA 6 trailer, Rockstar also updated their website. When I made my previous videos, which you can watch right here, this new information wasn't available yet, but now the story, characters, and background have become much clearer. So let's go through all the official information that Rockstar has revealed on their site. First of all, the website itself deserves attention. It's a true work of art. It's animated and packed with visual effects. Huge respect to the developers who created it. You can take a close look at the street where the Ocean View Hotel is located, the same hotel where Tommy stayed in the original Vice City. But now let's talk about the story and the main characters. According to the website, Jason and Lucia have always known the deck is stacked against them, but when an easy score goes wrong, they find themselves on the darkest side of the sunniest place in America, in the middle of a criminal conspiracy stretching across the state of Leonida, forced to rely on each other more than ever if they want to make it out alive.
I'm here for Lucia Caminos. She's supposed to be getting out.
What's your name?
Jason Duval.
I seen you here before.
You might have.
Jason wants a simple life, but things keep getting more complicated. He grew up surrounded by scammers and criminals. After spending some time in the army to escape his troubled teenage years, he ended up in the Keys, doing what he knows best, working for local drug dealers. Now, he might be ready to try something different. Meeting Lucia might be the best or worst thing that ever happened to him. Jason knows how he hopes things will go, but right now it's hard to say. And yes, by analyzing yesterday's trailer, we already figured out that Jason is a former soldier. In a few scenes, you can see this from the shirt he wears or the tattoo on his arm. Also, at one point in the trailer, we see Lucia training. There's even a screenshot where she's practicing punches at the gym, and this is not shown by accident. Lucia's father taught her to fight as soon as she could walk. Life has been coming at her swinging ever since. Fighting for her family landed her in the Leonida Penitentiary. Sheer luck got her out. Lucia's learned her lesson, only smart moves from here. More than anything, Lucia wants the good life her mom has dreamed of since their days in Liberty City, but instead of half-baked fantasies, Lucia is prepared to take matters into her own hands. Fresh out of prison and ready to change the odds in her favor, Lucia's committed to her plan, no matter what it takes. A new character who will become our main ally is Cal Hampton. He will play a role similar to Lester from GTA 5, but with more of a focus on internet myths, conspiracies, and global theories. Jason's friend and a fellow associate of Brian's, Cal feels safest hanging at home, snooping on Coast Guard comms with a few beers and some private browser tabs open. Cal is at the low tide of America and happy there. Casual paranoia loves company, but his friend Jason has bigger plans.
The only thing that matters is
Another character is Booby Ike. Booby is a local legend in Vice City, and he acts like one. He's one of the few who turned his time on the streets into a real empire with real estate, a strip club, and a recording studio. Booby is all smiles, until it's time to talk business. Booby runs Vice City's nightlife and handles substances that aren't exactly legal. But even though it seems like Booby is only looking out for himself, his biggest interest is in his partnership with an up-and-coming music producer named Draquan, the founder of Only Raw Records. Now all they need is a hit. We can also see Draquan in the trailer working with Jason. Draquan was always more of a hustler than a gangster. Even when he was dealing on the streets to make ends meet, breaking into music was the goal. Now that he's signed the real Dimez, Draquan's days of booking acts into Booby's strip club might be numbered as he sets his sights on the Vice City scene. Speaking of Real Demez, they're a local rap duo made up of two girls. Baylux and Roxy have been friends since high school, girls with the smarts to turn their time-hustling local dealers into cold, hard cash through bold rap tracks and a strong social media presence. Their early hit with local rapper DWNPLY pushed them into the spotlight. Now after 5 years and a lot of trouble, they're signed to Only Raw Records, hoping for another big break. Also, in several leaked screenshots, which I showed in one of my videos, we saw many images of Raul Bautista. Raul is a true criminal, focused only on robbing banks. Confidence, charm, and cunning, Raul's a seasoned bank robber, always on the hunt for talent ready to take the risks that bring the biggest rewards. On the Rockstar site, it's clear that he'll be one of our partners at least once. Raul's recklessness raises the stakes with every score. Sooner or later, his crew will have to double down or pull their chips from the table. And of course, there's Brian Hader, the older guy from the beginning of the trailer, who Jason works for. He owns the boat rental place, the house where Jason and Lucia live, and probably even Jason himself.
What you doing up there?
I'm just fixing some leaks.
Seriously, dude, you got some time on your hands. I got some properties with paying tenants.
In the trailer, we see Jason collecting money from a weed shop on Brian's orders. But who exactly is Brian? Brian's a classic drug runner from the golden age of smuggling in the Keys, still moving product through his boatyard with his third wife, Lori. Brian's been around long enough to let others do his dirty work. Brian's letting Jason live rent-free at one of his properties, as long as he helps with local shakedowns. And as we can already tell, we're going to meet some of the best characters in GTA history. And once again, the website Rockstar made is a piece of art by itself. So yeah, folks, I hope you enjoyed this breakdown. If you want to get GTA news before anyone else, you know what to do. Subscribe. We continue to explore the new GTA 6 trailer. Welcome to Leonida, and right away we are greeted by the landing station for the local blimp. Yes, it's based on a real blimp that exists in Miami. You can spot it in the very first shot of the trailer. Obviously, you might think we'll be able to crash this beauty into the ground or into the ocean like we did in GTA 5, but that's not guaranteed. And this is actually a prototype of a real unmanned blimp. It's called Fat Albert. Yes, Albert is the nickname for a large tethered aerostat and unmanned blimp that can fly up to 10,000 feet high and is used to monitor smuggling and drug trafficking. Even though we might not be able to fly it, most likely we'll be able to shoot it down, at least during a mission related to illegal substances. By the way, if you haven't seen the previous video where we seriously analyze Phil Cassidy, a character from the original Vice City, check it out here in the corner. In that video, I mentioned Jason's t-shirt, which hints that he used to be in the military, and yes, that's not the only detail. The tattoo on Jason's arm also tells us that this new character will have military training. I wonder if his shooting and fighting style will be different from Lucia's? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. But that's not all. In the new trailer, we were shown the place where Tommy lived in the original Vice City. He lived right on this street, in this building. Yes, that's the Ocean View Hotel, but now it's used for night parties, and many things have changed. Still, the environment has changed a lot, and the world looks more alive. But one thing remains the same. The blue Banshee. This car has appeared in every GTA game, and I especially remember it from GTA 3. And speaking of GTA 3, in this shot we're shown an epic mission, and even cooler is that the license plate of this vehicle is from Liberty City. A nice reference to old locations. It's going to be so fun to search for all these Easter eggs and references in GTA 6. We might even see some of the old characters return. I would be so happy to see the band Love Fist or Tommy again. Also, in this shot, besides the next-gen Phil Cassidy, we can see a local gaming console. It looks like a PS5. Near the end of the trailer, we see Jason escaping from another robbery. It seems that the new GTA will have more missions with jumping onto and grabbing onto moving vehicles. We had similar missions in GTA 4 and GTA 5, but already in this trailer we've seen 2 of them. In the beach scene, we can see that now characters can climb out of car windows just for fun. I'm sure this same mechanic will be used during shootouts too. Also, in one of the shots, we can see special helicopters chasing us across the water areas. When Jason comes to the prison, a guard asks him if he has been there before.
She's supposed to be getting out.
What's your name?
Jason Duval.
I think you heard before.
You might have.
This interesting line is already causing many theories. Some people think Jason might be an undercover cop and had met the guard before, or maybe he was locked up there. But of course, the most obvious option is that Jason has visited Lucia many times, and the guard remembers his face. This scene from the port of Gallahorn shows us a rather dark place where we also see a new hairstyle for Jason and his fight with someone near a motel, and in the background someone's car is burning. This scene somehow reminds me of Trevor. The next shot once again shows us how important mobile phones will be in the new GTA. We will be able to watch videos, stream, and this will probably be part of missions. Also in this shot we see some women working out, and in the background there's a new type of dog in GTA. Car splashes now dry and stay on the vehicle. A small but cool detail, just like tire tracks on the ground, which now copy the exact pattern of the tires. It's hard to imagine how crazy Rockstar is about these small things. Another small detail is the license plates. Now each one is unique, and most likely Rockstar won't allow any repeated plates across the whole of Leonida. AirPods, in-ears. I already mentioned this detail, but only after recording the video did I realize that we will probably be able to listen to music in GTA 6 outside of vehicles. Rockstar will most likely let us wear wireless earbuds and stay connected to our favorite radio station. By the way, according to rumors, Rockstar already tried to implement mobile music listening back in GTA 4, but it was weird and unrealistic. With AirPods though, it finally makes sense. Also, besides different hairstyles, Jason will probably be able to shave his beard. You can notice how the length of his stubble changes in the scene where he visits Lucia in prison, and if we compare this with the scenes from the beginning of the trailer, this feature becomes obvious. By the way, you can also see this in the 100 leaked screenshots, which you can watch in this video. I made a special video about them. Check it out. I'll be very grateful. Jason's line at the beginning of the trailer where he says he is fixing some leaks might be a joke from Rockstar.
What you doing up there?
I'm just fixing some leaks.
As we know, there was a big leak of GTA 6 content a few years ago. This character's name is Brian Heater. I think he's going to be a very important character who deals drugs with Jason. Many screenshots confirm this. He owns the house on the islands where Jason lives. Most likely Jason does shady jobs for Brian, like collecting debts or roughing up store owners. This is confirmed by Jason's visit to the local weed shop. This theory is also supported by Brian's boat workshop, the same man from the beginning of the trailer. It looks like Brian uses this business to launder money and move drugs, which we see in the shot where several people are loading something mysterious and probably illegal onto a plane. At that moment, we meet a new character and Jason's close friend, Cal Hampton. And yes, he's also loading a mysterious package onto the plane, which confirms that he and Jason are involved in dirty business together. Later, they celebrated in a bar. Lucia's correctional work might become a mission in the game. Maybe not the most fun, but a funny one. Also, the tracking monitor on her leg might be the reason why we can't travel to some cities or areas at the beginning of the game. Most likely, Lucia is restricted to a specific region, and only after removing the bracelet will Rockstar allow us to travel outside of that region. Social media will be a big part of the new game. In one shot, we see our new gang recording themselves, probably for Instagram stories. I wonder if we'll be able to gain followers in the game. And finally, at the end of the trailer, we're told that the whole trailer was captured on PS5, and that's very impressive. The game will definitely push the old console to its limits and will most likely also appear on the next generation, and of course the new date, May 26th, 2026. And yes guys, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel because I will continue to cover everything about GTA 6 in the future. Even notice Phil Cassidy from the original Vice City. He has his own gun shop and even a commercial on TV. Yes, it's the same guy who lost his arm in one of the missions.
Hey Phil, how's it going? Hey, Tommy! Ta-da! Oh, damn!
This shot confirms that old characters will return, same mustache, same style. What if we meet Tommy Vercetti too? I'll talk about that later, so make sure to watch the video until the end. Here we see the very first shot of the video, and right away we're shown a new part of Vice City, the islands, and there are a lot of them around. This is also where Jason's house is. Notice that houses have small docks to use boats, and most likely during the story we'll often jump straight into a boat and head out on mission. Did you notice the new animals? Right next to Jason's house, there's a big lizard crawling around. By the way, did you notice this important detail? This is the place where Jason bought Patriot beer, the same brand we saw on trucks in the first trailer. Most likely this scene in the second trailer shows Jason scouting it out. He went there to buy beer and check out how to rob the place, how many people are there, who's at the register, and where the cameras are. Also, you can see a homeless man near the gas station. And yes, in this game they look very realistic. By the way, this won't be the only breakdown on the channel, so please support a small new channel and subscribe. I'll be very thankful, and I'm really trying hard on my next videos. In one shot, we see Jason in a conflict, but a more interesting scene is Lucia and Jason running from what looks like a hideout. We see police helicopters and hear sirens, and Lucia is wearing the same outfit as she did after the gas station robbery in the first trailer. Maybe they're still on the run from that heist, and it looks like they were hiding in a bad neighborhood since there are bars on the windows, something like the ghetto, but the police are still on their trail and they have to escape. Maybe after this scene, Lucia gets caught and arrested. In the next moment, we see her jump out of a window alone. Maybe that's when the cops grab her, and maybe Jason gets away. Speaking of water, water will be a big part of the new game. We can see that by the number of boats, and there's even a cargo ship sailing in the background. I wonder if you can rob it. We also see Jason fixing his roof from a leak, and as we know, Miami gets very heavy rain. There were even early rumors that GTA 6 will have storms and extreme weather like floods and tsunamis. And yes, about animals again. Did you notice this sneaky creature in the trash in the background? Who is that? A raccoon or a cat? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, those puddles confirm that there was a big rain recently in the game's story, so that's why Jason's roof is leaking. In the trailer, we also see different hairstyles for Jason. At first he had shorter hair, now it's longer. He's wearing a Leonida t-shirt. That's what the local version of Florida is called in the game. In the next scene, we might be seeing how Jason makes a living, robbing a weed shop. We can tell by the business card, the props around the store, and the clothing of the people Jason knocks out. Maybe he's not exactly robbing it, but collecting a debt they owe him. The shop looks close to his home, so I don't think he'd do it just for some cash. My theory, Jason might be supplying weed to stores like this one, and this particular shop owes him money. Next, we get a great shot of the more urban locations. In this shot, we see some cool details. Now people ride in the backs of pickup trucks. And they're looking around, even watching a plane fly by. Another cool detail is the city maintenance crews. You can see workers mowing lawns and cleaning the streets. And of course, there's transportation of boats. We saw something like this in GTA 5 during Michael's son's mission, but now it looks like a regular thing. The new Vice City has a lot of water. Tomedy wouldn't like this new city. We also get a teaser of new locations, the airport and downtown area. We also see a gym, and it looks like you'll be able to change Jason's physique. Maybe even Lucia's too. Also, not everyone noticed this, but in the background a woman is walking a dog. NPCs now have small details like AirPods in their ears. In every shop or gas station, you can play the lottery by buying a cheap ticket. I wonder if you can really win. That would be an awesome detail. Also, another animal appears here. It also looks like Jason used to be in the military. His t-shirt says Leonida Marine Center. Next, we see a shot of a gang being arrested. The police now look more professional. They interrogate people, block areas, and make suspects sit on the ground. But it's not just the police to focus on, also the black car. That might be used by the local FBI. Tinted windows and a hidden siren let these agents blend into traffic, so now we'll be afraid not only of the cops. Then when Jason arrives at the prison, we clearly see his hairstyle has changed again. In this scene, we see that Jason visits Lucia, and his t-shirt again confirms his military background. Notice the same car appears in almost every shot, at Jason's house, at the gas station, and even at the prison. That's Jason's personal car. In a bedroom scene, we see that Lucia is in jail, but she's released later with an ankle bracelet. Next, we see robbery masks for a bank called Sinfromera National Bank. This probably happened before Lucia's sentence. Then there's this beer, Pendejo. Again, we're shown new animals. Here they are on the water, a sunset and a jet ski company. If you remember in the leaks, there were lots of mentions that water activities will be a big part of the new game, and that seems to be true. Jet ski races are basically confirmed. There's also a boat workshop. Again, this shows how important boats are. And this one in the trailer seems to be up to something shady. Why load strange cargo at night in the rain? Let me know what you think in the comments. The next shot shows why Lucia is wearing a work vest in one scene. In Leonida, criminals are forced to do community service. Here we see a whole group cleaning the city under police watch. They also wear ankle bracelets and vests, just like Lucia. Snakes confirmed. God, I hated them in Red Dead Redemption, and now they're in GTA, and they live near Jason's house. Once again, we're amazed by the quality of Lucia's hair and other details. Overall, the trailer shows a lot of different outfits, from dresses to black suits and prison uniforms. Here we see bikers. Hopefully there's a full biker gang and missions with them. This shot looks like it shows the edge of the city. We can see a flag and a location name. Also in the frame, Lucia and Jason are holding hands. Maybe they're about to escape and remove Lucia's ankle bracelet. And yes, the scene where they escape the police, I believe that's where Lucia got caught. She's wearing the same clothes as in the gas station robbery at the end of the first trailer. Also, we see that Jason didn't jump out the window. Then the police raid a similar building where Jason might have been hiding or escaped, and we see the same car they used in the first trailer's robbery, probably near the same gas station. Next, we see the local train. Can't wait to try stopping it in the game. Remember CJ's boxing matches in the gym in San Andreas? Looks like we'll now get underground fight clubs where we can participate. And of course, the most epic scene, an armored truck and Lucia holding a grenade launcher. The billboard says, "Fun has no borders." And it really doesn't. Another shot hints at a mission on a plane flying over the city with half-naked Lucia and a fight with the crew. Maybe they're trying to steal a secret item, maybe transport for a future heist. Something like what we see next, a safe ripped from a wall with money flying everywhere. Lucia returns from community service, and then a swamp chase. And yes, that's not even the end of the trailer. I decided to split this video into 2 parts, so guys, don't forget to subscribe. Part 2 is coming out today. I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Leave a comment, I'd love to read it, and it really helps the channel grow.